Hello again. Today, let's talk about the beliefs and how powerful they are and why the beliefs are actual key to success in changing, making any changes in your life. Beliefs, whatever we believe, we create. As I was saying through this course, not a curse. Whatever you concentrate on, you create. Whatever you believe, you create. Whatever you believe that it's true, it's gonna be true for you. Even if you will do the research, most of them, if not all of the really spiritual, I would say, avatars that we call them, like Buddha, like Jesus, like Gandhi, like, you know what I mean. All of them, they were always saying that whatever you believe, you create. Whatever you believe, you shall receive. And whatever you think, that's who you are, or something like that. I don't really want to quote, but you know the point. Why? Why is like that? That whatever you believe, you shall receive. Well, this perfectly aligns with what we talked in a previous lesson about the ego. So whatever we perceive as truth, let's say my truth that I'm gonna say now, it's that I'm wealthy. I am wealthy, the abundance is coming to me. That's my belief. And what happens? It's gonna be manifested in my life if I truly believe that. But it wasn't like that always. You see, few years ago, I would tell myself, because I would hear about affirmations and manifesting, and I would just, okay, you have to affirm, you do those affirmations that you just keep repeating to yourself, I am wealthy, or I am rich, I have a lot of money, I am abundant. And I was doing that. I was writing it maybe many times and just keep saying that. I think I even recorded a meditation where I just put myself into trance and telling this to myself. It didn't work. That was the time when actually I was completely broke, and that was pandemic. I was locked in a Central America and I couldn't go back. What a coincidence. And why? Why it didn't work? Because I didn't believe that. I was just keep saying this to myself. Well, one of the reasons is because I didn't believe that. I just wanted it. But I didn't believe I am wealthy. I am abundant. I didn't see that. I was seeing only that I don't have money. So I wanted the money. So my energetical level wasn't there. I wasn't in that abundant state. But while I started to work on it, while I decided I want to work with that feeling of abundance, I want to feel, because I understood to be abundant, to have the abundance, I need to feel like that. I need to be in that state first, and then it will come. And when I'm in that state, I can finally believe that I'm abundant. Or actually, when I will finally believe that I am abundant, I will have this state, and then the reality will follow. The outside world will follow. But it has to start inside me. And in that process, I was getting more and more conscious and aware about the things that were keeping me in the stuck place where I didn't have money. They were the beliefs from where I was a kid. And parents were, for example, telling me that you have to work hard, because if you will not work hard, you will not have money and you will not survive. Or I would hear things from TV or other people that you cannot have a lot of money because that means you are a thief and you stole those money. Or the saying in Poland, I don't know if it's in other countries, but in Poland there is a saying that first million you have to steal. That it's impossible to make first million with honest work. These beliefs were keeping me stuck in that mentality, which was manifesting outside because I was believing it somewhere deep inside me. I was believing that. I wasn't truly believing that I'm abundant. You know, the same thing we can find in I'm not very religious, but I researched those things and they started to make so much more sense when I understood what the beliefs and what the ego is. The apostles wrote it, but apparently Jesus said something like the poor people will be getting more poor and the rich will get more rich. The poor will get poorer and the rich will get richer. Why is that? Is it fair that the poor people will be more poor and the rich will get more rich? It's not fair, isn't it so? It should be equal. Why the poor people should get more poor? Because they believe they are poor. So whatever you believe, you create. You will be more poor. Same with rich. If you believe that you are rich, you are abundant, and you deserve the things. You deserve the abundance. You deserve love. You will have it more. Because the beliefs are what you create. The beliefs are you. Can I say, you are what you believe? Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You are what you believe. But it's not that easy sometimes to change the belief. Is it possible if I will break my arm to change the belief that my arm is broken, it will go, it will heal in a moment? Yes, it is possible. But can I do it? Well, I don't think, at least I am on this level of consciousness yet. But I know there are people that are possible to do things like that. And this is also how people can heal. Let's say using the energy. We are not really using the energy. Because energy is everything. We are using the power of beliefs. When there is someone that is calling himself a healer, the true healer, the person that can really heal others, he will never say that he's doing the healing. Because when someone is a healer, he knows that actually he is just a little piece that helps the person that is being healed to believe that is healed. Because he knows that we are the creators. Only we can change our reality by believing in something else. And as well, Jesus knew that. It was a normal guy, but very, very conscious. And he knew that only person that can heal is the person that he's being healed. I will give you an example. Let's say he would come to a blind man. These are the stories from the Bible. You don't have to believe it. I didn't as well on the beginning, but then I've understood the mechanism of healing, of beliefs. So he would come to a person that is, let's say, blind. And with his, let's say, position at that times. People knew him. People knew who is he. People already knew he can create miracles, and that he's so aware. He was giving speeches since he was a child. People knew that he was like a celebrity at that time. And this was very helpful in the process of healing others. So he would come to a blind person. Let's go back there. And he would say, you can see now. You are able to see. And he would take, let's say, dirt. I think it was like that. He would spit into that dirt to create a mud, and he would put on the eyes of the blind person. Why? Is this some sort of magic? No. But this is just a little physical help, like a permission for other person, like a help to other person to believe even more, because he did something, he did some ritual, and the person thinks, oh, if he did even that, that means I am healed. And he told me, I can see right now. And if the belief would be so strong in that person, which with the presence of Jesus was happening very often, he would start to see, because he would change his belief. So he would change his reality. His ego would produce an image, right? The printer, he would put different source into the printer and he would print something else in reality, because of changing the belief. Because whatever you believe, you create. So he believed Jesus, that he's healed, but he was the only one who did healing, because the healing was about the changing the belief that he's blind. He had to start believing that he can see right now. That was all the healing. And Jesus knew that, and he was using this. And he was even telling that you are all gods, you have all God inside you, you are all the healers. You don't need me. But who else he was? He was very pure, conscious. He had pure consciousness. He was a very compassionate person. He was very highly, how could I say? He had a lot of energy because he was purified. He purified himself energetically. His chakras were pure. He was very sensitive, okay? He was very vulnerable to the energies. That's why his energy was so high. So people in his presence would just basically feel different. Their hearts would be opening, expanding. And this was so helpful in this process of changing the beliefs, because the people subconsciously would feel that his presence, he's someone that they can trust. He's someone with such an open heart that they can open their heart and they can trust him, whatever he says. That was his power, coming from being vulnerable, being compassion, being emotional, right? Being vulnerable. Because his heart was so open. People could feel that, and they would feel so comfortable in his presence. Some people, because I believe that people that would just go through their life only listening to greed, to the, like we say, ego, right? To fear, to anger, they would just feel more triggered in his presence. And this is what happened as well. He had followers, but he had as well enemies. Okay, but let's go back again to the beliefs. So whatever you have in your life, whatever is present right now in your life, if you want to change it or not, it exists. It is there just because you believe you need it. only reason why something is in your life is just because you believe you need it. You believe that it serves you in some way, that you have some benefits out of it. And now, how to change this situation is to discover, why do you believe it serves you? Why do you believe it is necessary in your life? I know that consciously, for example, if you have some problem, let's say even this topic with money, you want to change it, right? You would like to have more money, but why they are not coming? Why there is, let's say, lack of money right now? Because you believe that this situation serves you in some way. Why? Maybe you are getting pity from other people. Maybe you can say, I lost again the money, I don't have any more to the end of this month. And they are like, so, oh my God, you are so poor. Maybe I can borrow you something. And you are feeling maybe some satisfaction out of it, You would like to change the situation, but this satisfaction, this feeling of satisfaction is stronger. You want it more than actually having full responsibility over your life and create. This satisfaction or whatever benefits you can have, it's something to dig, to have a pen, to have a notebook and just start writing. I see that this is present in my life. That means this situation or this object or this whatever it is, I believe it serves me. It is present in my life because I choose to believe that it serves me, that it's necessary for me, that I have some benefits out of it. I believe, or I'm choosing to believe, because this is a choice. Beliefs are choices. And this is what we are doing as well in the meditations. In the audio meditations of the previous chapters, we were changing the belief. We were letting go the belief, allowing ourselves to let go the belief and change it into the positive belief, that supportive belief. This is how you basically change the reality. This is how you create the reality. I give you right now, that's the key. This is the only thing necessary to create the reality. But as you can see, this is not that easy how it seems, because very often these beliefs have some hidden some anchor somewhere deep in our subconsciousness, maybe in our childhood. And it's not that easy to find this source and to change it. That's why we need to learn how to meditate, how to let go the emotions, let go the baggage, how to meditate with just a pure state and just getting the realizations instead of trying to figure out the things. Writing down, journaling, all of that is just becoming more and more conscious what's inside us. And as soon as we see that, as soon as we know that, where it's coming from, or not even where it's coming from, but what is it there? Very often it's a feeling, it's an emotion, and to change it. So it takes a while, but it works. And this is why this course is so long. You can watch a video on YouTube that is maybe 8 minutes or let's say 15, how to manifest things immediately, instantly in your life, and you will watch it. How many of those you watched already, to be honest? And maybe you keep searching for this formula, magic formula that will help you manifest whatever you want in a second in the front of you. This takes a while, but it works. I also was in that place. I was looking for it, for this magic, formula, magic spell that I will, for a week, I will just write 3 times a day what I want, and the 8th day it will just appear in front of me. But it didn't happen. But this is what I'm telling you about right now. Understanding the beliefs, discovering what it's actually inside us. What are our beliefs? Our beliefs are everything what we basically think about during the day, what we talk about. You can monitor that. Journaling, that's why journaling helps a lot. Because every time you go through something, there is, thoughts in your head. You start putting them on the paper and you can see it from the perspective, okay, these are my beliefs. Every time you have a problem and your ego gets loud in your head, that's something to start journaling. And this, I talk about this in ego vomit method, EV method, my other course. Maybe you are already after that. If not, I really encourage you to check it out, because this is just a method that I came up with. I didn't see anyone who explained it that way, and I think it's very helpful to understand how to start getting aware of your beliefs. Start getting aware of your ego and see it from a distance. And when you see it from a distance, you can actually start changing it. So if you didn't do it yet, I encourage you to check it out, the EV method on my website. That's for now enough of the beliefs. As I always say, let it sink. Let it digest. Meditate on that. What is a belief? What is it, a belief? Where does it come from? How do I believe in something and how do I change the belief? I give you a little hint. Intention. You change the belief by intention. Pure, honest intention. Pure, honest intention. And this you already experienced in the previous chapter when we were doing the meditation with our emotions. That's it for now. Thank you for this, for listening, and I will see you in the next video.